Hi everyone! I am Capisinio from Leyte Normal University and welcome to my vlog. This vlog is about the learner-centered teaching methods and learner-centered teaching strategies. Let's define the difference of the two. When we say learner-centered teaching method, this is a systematized set of steps and action that aim at solving a particular task or achieving a goal. While learner-centered teaching strategies is not a detailed plan for any sets of activities that covers a long period of time in a way to achieve a complex goal. What we have here is a presentation that is under the learner teaching strategies. Presentation. When we say presentation, this is a group learning strategy that uses small group activities and tasks for learning experiences. The members are responsible for the pace of learning and assisting their team in learning. Also, presentations are communication tools that can be used as lectures, speeches, reports, and many more. Most of the time, they are presented before the audience. It serves a variety of purposes, making them powerful for convincing and teaching. Also, presentations are communication tool. What we have next is the type of presentation. The type of presentations are informative, persuasive, lesson delivery, demonstration, poster, online and solo group discussion. Presentations, rather. First, informative presentation. This is, as we all know, that this is one of the general purposes for public speaking. And remember that there are three purposes for public speaking. First, we have informative, persuasive, and entertaining. In here, the informative presentation requires delivering of information about the topic, which involves research. When we say research, this is making use of objective or factual information such as statistics and other researches of other researchers. This doesn't ask for your opinion for the subject matter. This pursues the goal to educate your students by presenting summary of the research and sticking to the facts. Next, we have persuasive. So, persuasive presentation requires convincing your audiences and forming your opinions, which is also requiring you to do a lot of researches. This type of presentation convinces audiences to accept his or her own point of view. This has the components of persuasive information, which are logic and emotional appeals. The logic, the former, appeals the argument that has been presented is a set of information and shows why a conclusion must rationally true. An example is an argument heard in a court. Next, the emotional appeals seeks to make audiences feel a certain way that they will accept the conclusion. Example, negative political ads, which juxtapose the opponent with a negative emotion such as fear. Lesson delivery is the presentation that requires a person to specialize a topic, which is the same way with teaching presentation. In this presentation, you become the teacher of the subject. The subject that I'm referring here is the students, all the students. This is also the only time you are responsible for your students' learning, for you must provide clear, detailed, and relevant information. On the other hand, you can also create a set of questions as an assessment that tracks your students' learning. Demonstration. Demonstration provides an illustration of the concept or a procedure as student's guide. This is an action-based information that typically model some behaviors that previously introduced in the class. This adds performance to show and not only to tell your audiences. Next, we have the poster. When words can fill the gaps of your ideas, only then symbols or posters contain. This frequently requires research to prepare, allows creativity in design, and yet your poster communicates everything that is important without you being there to explain it to your audiences. This type of presentation conveys information on a subject for a viewer to consider on her own. It consists of a short, punchy wordings that is accompanied by strong visual graphs, charts, images, and other illustrations. Next, we have online. Online presentation is generally asynchronous, which means they don't require you to be present at the same time as your viewer. It has a similar purposes as poster presentations, but they are allowing more interactive possibilities. These interactive possibilities are sharing a pertinent video or animated graph. Last but not least, we have solo and group presentation. This kind of presentation asks students if they wanted to present as an individual or as a part of a group. Last but not least, let's define the difference between the two. Individual presentation is referring to an individual which he or she is responsible for the preparation, for the research, and delivery of his presentation. He is rightfully taking all the credit for the final product they have produced. Next, we have group presentations. Group presentations involve more complicated tasks and therefore require more participants to make them. Now we have the procedures on how can we generate presentation that is effectively would engage to the students. Now we have analyze your audiences, select a topic, define the objective of the presentation, prepare the body of the presentation, and lastly, prepare the introduction and conclusion. So the process comes this way. First, in step 1, we have to obtain some information of the backgrounds, values, and interests. We all know that our students is diverse and they are in a room that is filled of four corners, which we have to be more culture sensitive upon producing presentations that we cannot offend them. Step 2, deliver a presentation that the audiences find relevant and research a topic that is of interest to you. Step 3, specify exactly what you want your audiences to learn from your presentation and use these statements. These statements are your objectives to help you keep focused as your research develops in the presentation. Step 4, you have to determine to how much information you can present in the amount of time allowed. Step 5, you should have to decide how will you begin and end the talk and make sure the introduction captures the attention of your audiences and the conclusion summarizes and reiterates your important points. Last, we have the milestones. We have unlocked now that presentation is a strategy that unleashes students' creativity in using digital tools and crafts. It helps designing plans and create blueprints of the actual presentations. It gives visual information that increases the memory capacity of the mind to remember data and information for a long period of time. It will help the teacher to promote public speaking. It will help also the students in public speaking due to that reason that the person is required to present in front of a crowd, which fosters an interactive way of studying, creates a span of students' attention, and improves students' vocabulary and speaking skills. And that ends our Eduvlog. Now, comment down below or subscribe or like and share. I will get back with your comments, and